There is nothing more challenging as a marketing consultant as explaining to a business owner that they are targeting the wrong audience. That who you are attracting is not your ideal target customer, but a completely different customer base altogether. Now, why does this happen? How does a business owner with a target customer in mind begins to attract a completely different customer base? Well, I always say there are two types of businesses. First, you can start off with an ideal target customer in mind. So you have a passion, a heart for women who have been abused and they're trying to get back on their feet and start again. Or entrepreneurs who want to learn how to start a thriving online business. So you have the target customer in mind and you create a product or service that fulfills a need that they're struggling with, right? So you start off with the target customer and you create the product for that target customer. And then there's the type of business where most of us start, where we have a product or service, we have a skill, something that we do very well, we have a product that we invented, came up with, and then we go out and we choose our ideal target customer. So I have this product and I want to service, females, age this, who live this, who does this, that, right? We go out and we choose our ideal target customer for the product or service that we have. It is the latter that causes the mismatch oftentimes, because when you have a target customer in mind and then you create a product or service for that target customer, for the most part, you have already done your research or you are already very familiar with that target customer. So you know what type of product or service will fulfill their need. You know what type of messaging will resonate with them. And it fits, it goes together perfectly, right? But when you start off with your own product or service and you just pick and choose who you want to service with that product, most of the time you don't do market research, you don't find out if there's a need from that service or if they would even find value enough in that product or service to pay what you're willing to charge. And when that happens, that's how we usually end up discounting our services so far down just to get them in the door that we can't even have a profitable business, right? And then we don't see the purpose and we go out of business and there you have it, right? You have to be willing to, especially within the first 5 years of your business, you have to be willing to make changes. You have to be willing to look at the data, look at that, have surveys, go back to the drawing board, see what's resonating with your target customer, and if it's not resonating with them, find out why. Maybe it's not a need for that. Maybe they don't see value in that. But the customers that are coming to your business, are you so bent on what you have in mind that you're willing to turn them away? You don't physically turn them away. Sometimes you do. You don't follow up on the lead. You don't call them back. Or you have messaging that excludes them. You have exclusive messaging that lets them know, right? All on your website, it's for women, right? But men see a need for your service. So are you so bent on digging your heels in that you're not willing to shift when you see that there's a need for your service, not over here, but over there? Do you care more about the audience or about your product? If you care more about the audience, then you need to go back to the drawing board, critique your product or service so that it fulfills the need that your ideal target customer has. If you care more about the audience, critique your product. If you care more about the product, you don't want to do nothing to your product, then you need to critique your messaging so that you're attracting the right target customer. Hope that makes sense, right? So many times we try to make people want our service. We try to tell them how great it is, right? And everybody says everything they sell is great, but if I don't have a need for it, it's not great for me. It's maybe great for you, but it's not great for me. You can't make somebody want something. You can't change it, transform your product to something that's unrecognizable to you or to anybody, and to the point where you can't even provide the service because you don't change it so much. It's not even something that you specialize in anymore. Try to attract a target customer who is not, it may be your ideal, your preference, but they're not really your ideal customer for your product or service. So you always have to be willing to adjust your sale in order to not sink your ship. That's today's marketing tip. My name is Speaker J. You have a good one.